Todd Golub, the Chief Operating Officer from Nasdaq OMX Eurpope. Todd, thank you for taking the time to talk to automated trader here at Trade Tech Paris.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure.
This year's event has again been dominated by the topic of fragmentation. What's your take on this? How long can this market continue to fragment, liquidity fragment across so many different venues?
Certainly, MiFID's intention was to bring about greater competition in the market. In order to have competition, you need to have additional entrants that come in and bring that competition. That can sometimes be called fragmentation. As the liquidity moves around in the market, you are fragmenting, for a better term, or lack of a better term, that liquidity.
Is this something that's been good for the buy side?
I think that there's always going to be benefits to competition. There's certainly greater innovation. And what the fragmentation does is it allows, at one point you have to go in several different places to trade because you have these different markets that are competing with one another. But what it also brings is a new type of trading venue which allows for the trading of all these different securities across Western Europe in one single place. And that certainly brings about greater efficiencies. In addition to that, when you have multiple markets, you have to be able to access all of them. And what we are doing at Nasdaq OMX Eurpope is providing a solution to that by providing an onward routing service to get your order to available market centers through one connection to us.
Okay, so that the trader doesn't need to be concerned from the perspective of needing to use smart order routing or some of themselves. That's all taken care of by a single connection to Nasdaq OMX.
That's absolutely right. It's one of the solutions that we bring with us. Firms can certainly use their own. They have their own decisions that they need to make. But what we provide is one tool to provide a solution to get through the various markets that are out there. So they certainly have to do things on their own, and we can understand that. But to provide, for those firms that don't have their own smart order router, it's something that they can use to access everyone through us.
What's your take on MiFID? Is MiFID really delivering what it was intended to do?
I think that MiFID is a process in action. It's certainly not something that's going to be solved in a day or even in a year. We're a little bit, maybe a year and a half now into MiFID. People like to say the question that usually comes up is a year since MiFID. And I wouldn't say it's since it because it just began then. We're into MiFID. It's a new way of trading. It's a new infrastructure in which we operate. So if the intention of MiFID was to have greater competition, more efficiency, and greater innovation in the market, it's certainly bringing that. But I would not say that it's certainly come to full fruition yet.
This has also had quite a dramatic impact on trading costs. I understand that Nasdaq also have a new pricing model. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Happy to do so. So as many of the MTFs do, there's this concept of a maker-taker model. What does that mean? So you have firms that are adding liquidity, meaning that they're posting passive orders on a limit order book such as ours. And then conversely, you have those firms that are aggressive, that will remove orders from the book. What we are doing is for those firms that are providing liquidity, that are putting really risk onto the book, we are paying them a rebate when an order executes. For those firms that are removing liquidity, that are taking value from the book, we are charging them a fee. This is something that the MTFs are bringing to the market. What we're doing right now, we are focusing very much on the Euronext markets. We are providing new pricing now at a very, very low rate, specifically at 0.15 basis points. If you add liquidity, we will give you a rebate of 0.15 basis points. If you remove that liquidity, we will charge you 0.15. So that is really a net zero capture that's on the book in this particular type of security. In addition to that, with the onward routing service, we're providing very competitive rates there also. As of the beginning of May, we are going to allow firms to execute on the Euronext markets, the Xetra, as well as the London Stock Exchange at 0.5 basis points, which is a very, very low rate. That is an all-in fee. We do not charge anything extra. There are no order fees, no cancellation fees. If you execute on an away market, that's all that you will be charged.
Very good. From that perspective, from everything you've said, it seems that MiFID maybe is achieving its desired intentions?
It's certainly it's a step process. It's not an overnight. It's more of an evolution than a revolution. MiFID certainly put in a new structure for us, and we're certainly delivering it at Nasdaq OMX Europe. We are delivering the intentions of MiFID. I'm bringing them to life.
Well, Todd, thank you ever so much for taking the time to talk to us.
It certainly is my pleasure. Thank you.